Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for your fourth talking points for the 3-0 win over Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup at Old Trafford. As you can see, we beat Crystal Palace by 3-0. Goals coming from Alejandro Garnacho, Casemiro, and Anthony Martial. So we're going to talk about them players today. It was a brilliant performance from Manchester United last night. I mean, you can't take it away from us. We were so brilliant, and we're going to go through the talking points, obviously, but Manchester United were incredible last night. If you look at the way we played in recent games, this was honestly probably one of our best. I think it was our best performance so far this season. And let's be honest, we haven't had many. We haven't had many of these decent performances from Manchester United. I mean, Burnley on the weekend, it wasn't great. We won, but yeah. We won, but we weren't great against Burnley. Let's be fair. But yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about this. I have stats here. You look at the starting 11 Ten Hag picks. We had Onana in goal, back four of on the left, Amrabat, Harry Maguire, Raphael Varane, Dalot. We had Hannibal Mejbri, Casemiro, Mason Mount, Garnacho on the left, Pulisic on the right, Martial striker. I'm sure when that team came out, people were like, Ten Hag, what you doing? This is not you. But he proved us wrong. I know it's a bit like, okay, but he proved us wrong. And I like that from Eric Ten Hag. I like when he proves me wrong, the fans wrong. I never like to prove wrong. If I look at a team and say, yeah, we're losing that, I don't want to do that. I love when he proves me wrong. And from the get-go, as soon as we kicked off, Manchester United were brilliant. Crystal Palace didn't have a sniff at Manchester United. I mean, you look at the full-time stats here, who will throw up on the screen now. We're all over Crystal Palace. I mean, Manchester United had 14 shots. Crystal Palace had 4. Again, Manchester United 7 shots on target. Palace 4 shots on target. Possession 68.8% Manchester United to Crystal Palace's 31.2%. Manchester United's passing was 90.3%. Palace 81%. Again, aerial duels, Manchester United 54.5%, Crystal Palace 45.5%. Manchester United 8 fouls, Palace 4. Fouls don't really matter. We had 3 clear-cut chances, Crystal Palace 0. So, yeah, we were all over them. And, Palace, they had a few chances in the second, not a few, but they weren't great. From minute 1 to minute 90, how many minutes we have at a time? 3. They weren't great from the very first minute to the very, very last. Obviously, all right, what's his name? Edward, he wasn't playing yesterday, maybe injured. Eze obviously was on the bench. Elise is out injured, so they have a few problems themselves. But we had a real heavy. We had 7 changes. The only players who kept their place was Casemiro, Hannibal Mejbri, Diogo Dalot, and who else was it? Onana. They were the 4 players who kept their place. Everyone else we switched about. We had a strong bench. Rashford got a rest, which is nice. I'm kind of glad Ten Hag dropped him. His form recently hasn't been great. Bruno Fernandes got a rest. He doesn't get a rest often, so it was nice to see. It was nice to see that we can drop Bruno and bring in Mason Mount or Hannibal Mejbri to play in that position, which is very nice to see. Pulisic as well. Get the ball away a few times, but he done well. He done well. He done what was asked to him. With these young players, you can't be expecting Marcus Rashford performances or Anthony performances or Bruno performances. Like Garnacho, he has a bad game. So what? He's young. You know what I mean? Give him time to. What I'm trying to say, give him time to adapt. I mean, look, Garnacho's a brilliant player now. I love Garnacho. I love all the young Manchester United players, right? I think they're great. Dan Gore came on last night, was brilliant as well. But we'll talk about, the youngsters. I mean, since we're here, the energy the youngsters bring is nice. This is talking point number one. I wasn't planning on it, but since we're at it, it's brilliant, and I love it. I mean, we still have Amad Diallo, Kobe Mainu. Who else do we have? Them two, anyways, injured, and they're brilliant. Kobe Mainu, brilliant preseason. Unfortunately, injuries got the better of him. Amad Diallo as well, injury. I think he got that against Arsenal. So, Manchester United have brilliant talent. Manchester United really, really do have brilliant talent, and it's nice to see that. If you see Pelistri coming on, a Garnacho, an Amad Diallo, a Kobe Mainu, Dan Gore, you can turn around and say, nice, this is nice, this is brilliant. I know we have Charlie McNeil and stuff like that, but players who are getting into the first team, like even making the bench. I mean, Dan Gore came on last night for Manchester United, and that's just brilliant that he was playing, and he looks so comfortable. I mean, he's playing alongside a Casemiro and players like that, and he looks so comfortable on the ball. Didn't put a foot wrong, didn't put a pass wrong, done what was asked, and it was nice to see. Hannibal Mejbri, another player I don't expect much from because he's young, came on brilliant. Or came on start brilliant. His energy, the way he presses, him and Mason Mount last night, brilliant. We'll talk about Mason Mount, but brilliant. And we have a few other good youngsters as well, I'm sure, who are out along. Alvaro Fernandez, brilliant. All right, a player who probably hasn't gotten game time a lot. Shola Sharaty, who got a big game time early on a Solskjaer. But let's be honest, he's not up to the standards with your Garnachos, Pelistri. He's still young, mind you, but still. Dan Gore, brilliant in pre-season. I remember going to that game in the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. Dan Gore was, like I said, he's not brilliant, but he wasn't bad. He done what was asked of Dan Gore. And I like that. Like when I see a young player playing, say a Hannibal Mejbri, and he puts a pass wrong or whatever, obviously you're going to be like, what'd you do that for? But you're like, it's a learning lesson for these players. Garnacho came into the team last season. He's learned a lot of lessons. Look at him now. Brilliant for Manchester United. 18 years of age? 18. He's not even in his prime yet, and he's already performing. When he starts getting to his prime, I can't wait. I cannot wait. But yeah, brilliant at the moment. And it's not like he just has these one-season wonders. He keeps going and going and going and going because he wants to impress the fans, his teammates, but most importantly, Erik ten Hag. He's gave him a chance. And I love it. I love this youngster's energy. And like I said, when Amad Diallo come back and Kobe Mainu and a few others, it's going to be brilliant. Alvaro Fernandez, when he comes back from loan, it really is going to be brilliant. And imagine if you still kept James Garner. That would have been brilliant. But so far, the youngsters' energy is just brilliant, and I love it. But yeah, We will move on to Mason Mount, talking point number 2. Manchester United. Alright, I'm going to admit, when we signed him, I was a bit like, why? And again, I know it's only Crystal Palace, but still, any win gives us momentum and confidence. It gives it doesn't just give the players momentum and confidence, it also gives the fans and Ten Hag confidence and momentum. So it's always nice to see, when you get a win, a 3-0 win as well, convincing enough. It just goes to show we can score goals. Mason Mount was brilliant last night. Honestly, you swore he was never injured. He actually came back better than he did before injury. Before injury, he wasn't great. Came back solid. And that's probably because he has a DM there. He has a Casemiro and an Amrabat. He can do that. He can do that. And, he was playing on the right-hand side a few times. He was picking out passes. He was brilliant. And like I said, we played for 45 minutes, back from injury. Wasn't going to be too harsh on him, even if we had a bad game. Obviously, Ten Hag took him off. It was already pre-planned. It was planned before the match even started. So Mason Mount knew, regardless of how he played, how many goals he scored, how he looked, how fit he looked, he was going to get 45 minutes. But yeah, more than likely we'll see him play against Crystal Palace on Saturday. But yeah, he was pulling the strings, and I really hope Mason Mount can keep up. But let us know, what do you think of Mason Mount last night? Was he brilliant? Average? Below par? Let us know in the comments. But yeah, let's talk about these. Let's talk about these. Amrabat and Casemiro. Steve Bruce, ex-Manchester United defender, said last night it's going to be very hard to break down this midfield partnership. Amrabat played left back yesterday. This is talk about number 3, by the way. Amrabat played brilliant. Left back. He's not a left back. Played brilliant. Picking out passes over to Pelistri. I mean, imagine if that was an Anthony who was even there, or a Marcus Rashford, or a Alejandro Garnacho. No disrespect to Pelistri, he did well, but imagine if that was a regular first team player of Manchester United. Or even a Martial. Brilliant passes. And that's probably one of the reasons how we got the first goal from how we got the first goal yesterday. I mean, Amrabat was solid. Didn't put a foot wrong. He even said it. I said to the manager, you play me wherever you want. If you want me to play goalkeeper, I will. Just goes to show. And he even said it. I wanted to play for Manchester United since I was a kid. I've dreamt of this day. Brilliant. And when we see the other players come back from injury, it's brilliant. But it's nice to see for Manchester United, It really is nice to see that we're seeing these players. That's not even a fully fit team. Probably nowhere near. But it's enough to get us the job done. Now that's enough. We were coming up against Man City on the weekend. Okay, fair enough. But you'd say, right, we could be able to handle it. I mean, we had last season Casemiro, Fred. That worked out. Casemiro, Eriksen, that worked out. Fred's gone. Casemiro, Eriksen, not really working this season. Casemiro, Amrabat doesn't get ran past. That's going to be a brilliant. And even Kobe Mainoo. Can't forget about Kobe Mainoo, who's a brilliant young talent for Manchester United. He played alongside Casemiro in pre-season. I like this, and I really hope Amrabat and Casemiro was also brilliant last night. A goal and an assist. My player of the match, no doubt about that. He was solid for Manchester United last night. And these two are going to be serious players. But yeah, I mean, Casemiro back to himself. Amrabat, keep it up, and it could be a start. We could be going on a bit of a good run here. Fingers crossed. But yeah, another talking point was we kept the clean sheet. Not gonna talk about it too much. But yeah, Onana made a few decent saves in the second half. Didn't have to do much either yesterday. I thought we would have played Bayern there in goal, but I'm sure we'll see him play sometime Bayern there. But we'll see him in the next round of the Carabao Cup, depending on who we come up against. Or the FA Cup, rather, whenever that's done. But yeah, I mean, it's nice. That's 2 clean sheets in a row now for Andre Onana. I actually felt sorry for Onana last week against Bayern and even Brighton. I mean, I was a bit like, oh crap, we could be in for a bit of a tough one here with him. But I know it's Burnley and Palace, but still, keeping 2 clean sheets, it's solid. But yeah, hopefully now we're starting to see the good Manchester United return. The good Manchester United we've seen in parts of last season. Hopefully we can go on a good run of form. But yeah, we've definitely learned our lessons, but I'm sure Ten Hag, he's not getting too carried away. And the thing is about, just because we beat Crystal Palace 3-0 last night, just because we played well, Ten Hag will still want a lot more from his team. And if there's anything he didn't like, he'll pick it out and sort it. Anything he did like that we could do better, he'd pick it out and sort it. Brilliant from Eric Ten Hag. And yeah, you just have to give it to the beautiful ball man himself. I mean, we have 2 beautiful ball men on the team, Ten Hag and Sofiane Amrabat. It's going to be a tough pick. But yes, brilliant from Andre Onana. And Martial scores again. Tony Martial came from France. English press say he had no chance. Martial, brilliant goal too. I got like you. Right. Came on against Bayern last week in the Champions League, a 4-3 defeat. 20-minute cameo. Nice. Didn't come on against Burnley on the weekend. Okay. Came on last night. Play started last night. Got 60, 70 minutes. Rasmus Højlund replaced him, obviously. What a goal for Martial. Alright. Brilliant from Casemiro. Brilliant goal. This is talking point 5, by the way, right? Talking point 5. Martial. Keep it up. Keep it up. Yeah, I'm not going to say, oh my God, Martial's going to be the next Carabao, the next Ballon d'Or winner. He's going to be like, Cristiano Ronaldo back in his prime. No way. But just has to keep up these performances. And if he can improve, go for it. Or Martial plays well. He's brilliant. When he's poor, when he's bad, he's bad. When he's good, he's good. Just like the whole Manchester United team. When we're good, we're good. When we're bad, we are bad. And one thing I like about us as well, when we're playing well, we're not conceding, we're keeping. We're more aggressive and more compact. But yeah, Anthony Martial was brilliant for Manchester United last night. Let us know in the comments, what did you think of the 5 talking points? Talk about Mason Mount. We spoke about the Sofiane Amrabat and Casemiro partnership, the youngsters' energy, the clean sheet, and Martial scoring again. Keep it up, son. You're probably not going to get the game time you'd like, but him and Rasmus Højlund now, that'd be a nice battle. And yeah, brilliant from Manchester United. But yeah, I mean, team, brilliant. I know people are saying, "Oh, you're getting too carried away." Haha, you love to see Manchester United fans getting too carried away. Blah blah blah. Yeah, just back it. And Harry Maguire as well was brilliant last night. It's not a talking point, but Harry Maguire was brilliant for Manchester United last night. Not top, when I say brilliant, he done what was asked of him again. Good passes, kept a clean sheet. Again, Maguire, keep it up. You mightn't be a regular starter as you like to be, but keep it up. That's all I want to say. That has been the 5 talking points for the 3-0 win against Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. We go marching on to the 4th round. Let's see who we get in the next round. But yeah, the preview on Friday more than likely to be a pre-recorded. So, but listen, look out for our socials. Hope you enjoyed the stream, the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and follow our social links in the description. You can see if you're on the edit there. I know the Twitter logo is still all in that, but yeah, hope you all enjoyed the video, and yeah, see you on the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.